Good morning students. Today we will learn how to create a Python program to count number of vowel and constant in a lower and uppercase from a file. So for that what we need to do, first we will open a file in a read mode because we want to read that file and count the number of vowel in upper and small case. So how we can do that? So first we will open a file through a open function. So you can see in the first statement is a function call. So here I'm calling open function. Inside the open function we will pass two arguments. First one is a file name and second argument is the mode in which you want to open this file. Now here you can see there are four variables because we want to count number of small uppercase vowel and uppercase constant, lowercase vowel and lowercase constant. So that's why I have created here four variable. We count v is in small letter, so that's mean it's a vowel count in a small case, in a lower case. C count, C is in a small case, so that's mean constant count in a lowercase. Now v and c in the next variable is in a uppercase. That's mean here we want to count vowel and constant in a uppercase. So these are the variable. These variable are initialized with a 0 value. In the next step, in the sixth step, what we have done here, I'm calling a read function for fo file object. This fo is pointing to this stu.txt. So here you can see the fo is pointing to the stu.txt. Okay, that's mean whenever I will use this fo, the fo mean this stu.txt file. Now read function is called by fo means here I'm going to read stu.txt file. So this read function, what this read function will do, it will read entire file of stu.txt and return that file, the data of that file in a string form. So it will return that data and that return data will be assigned into this variable, whatever the variable you have created on the left side of this function call. So after reading the data from fo stu.txt file, the data will be returned to line variable in form of string. Now because all the data are stored inside this line variable, here now you can see I have called a for loop. I'm using here for loop, so not call. I'm using here for loop, and after writing for keyword we will write here some variable name. So I'm using here variable is I. In is a membership operator, and after then a line is a variable which contain all data that is read by this read function from stu.txt, and inside this line all data are stored in form of string. Okay, now what happened, whatever the data is stored inside this line in form of string, it will be assigned one by one to I. So all the element inside this string will be going to assign to I one by one. So for example, we assume that there is the data inside this file is, for example, hello, my name is ABC. So this is the data that is stored. For example, this is the data that is stored inside a stu.txt file. So after reading this data, the read function will return the data in form of string to line variable, because this line variable is on the left side of this function call, and this read function returns some value. That value is going to store inside line variable. Now what happened, this line contain the data in form of string. So from this string, one by one the element, the character will be going to assign to I, and whatever the condition, whatever the statement you have written inside this for loop, it will execute one by one. So first here I I contain first element, and the what is the first element? That is h. Whatever the element at index number 0, whatever the character at index number 0, it will be assigned to I. Now I containing capital H. Now move to the statement that is written inside this for loop. You can see the first is if condition. Now what this if condition will do, it will check whether this condition is true or not. So inside this inside this if condition, I'm using here or logic operator, or mean if any side is true, if any condition is true, the whole result become true. So you can now compare this whatever we have given here. I contain H, so compare. Is I equal to A? No. Is I equal to E? No. Is I equal to I? No. Is I equal to O? No. Is I equal to U? No, because I contain H. So the condition, all the condition inside this if loop is false. So overall result of this if loop is false. So whatever the statement you have written inside this if condition, it will not execute. Now what is next? Next is else condition. Here now you can see, don't get confused in this in if in the inside the if I have used here logic operator or, and the in else part I have used in membership operator. You can use any one, whatever you like, according to your convenience and according to your convenience. So in this case, I have declared, store all the uppercase vowel in form of tuple, and used here a in membership operator. What this in membership operator will do, it will check whatever the data is stored inside I, is it present in this sequence or not. So is this element is the part of this sequence or not? Is this element is a member of this sequence or not? So I contain H, and H is not the member of this sequence. So the condition become false. That means whatever the statement is inside this else condition is, it will not execute. Now what is next? Now again I'm using else. So else I in this series, if whatever the value is stored inside I, if it is present in this series, then the condition become true, and whatever statement is inside this else condition, it will execute. But here I contain capital H, but there is no capital H. That means this condition also become false. Next is else. Now it will check whatever the I contain capital H. Is the capital H present in this sequence? Yes, there is a capital H. That means this condition become true. Here I am using in membership operator. You can also use or logic operator. So it's all depend upon you what you want to use. So this condition becomes true. So whatever the statement you have written inside this if condition, it will execute. Now now count is equal to count plus 1. What count contain? Count C count, capital C count initially contains 0. So 0 plus 1 mean now it become C count become 1. Now C count contain 1. That's mean right now we have counted a uppercase constant, that is 1. Again it will go back to the for loop, and now I contain next index value, that is E. Now again it will compare all these if condition, if else condition. First it will check if condition is small e is equal to because I contain small e. Now compare this I contain E is equal to A? No. Now E is equal to E? Yes, this condition become true. If in case of OR, if there is any condition is true, then whole statement, the whole condition inside this if, it become true. So now this condition become true. So whatever the statement inside this if loop, if condition, it will execute. Now what is that? V count means small case vowel count plus vowel count. That's mean this is the short form of this is the short form of v count is equal to v count plus 1. So when you want to write, when the left hand side and the left hand side of right side expression is same, then we write in short, like for example this is v count is equal to v count plus 1. Now you can see the variable on left hand side of the assignment and the variable on the right side expression is same. Now you can write this statement in short like this. So it means you want to add 1 into this v count variable, and whatever the result, that will be stored inside this v count variable. So here it v count become 1. Now it also become 1 again, because if condition become true, it will not execute else condition. It will execute else condition if the if condition become false. Now again it will go back to the for loop. Now next time I will going to point next index value, that is L. Again it will compare in this way. When it will complete it, when it complete the string here, then it will come out from this string. Now after this, it will come out from this for loop. After this, it will read whatever the statement after this for loop. Now here I am printing number of lowercase vowel is whatever the value stored inside v count, it will display here. Number of uppercase vowel is whatever the value stored in capital V count, it will display here. Number of lowercase constant, it will display here. Number of uppercase constant, it will display here. And then at the end of this program, we will close the file. So it will read the file and it will display on your screen like this. So there are 4 print statements. It will display 4 line on your screen. Now execute this program. I have already written this program. Now you can see this is our program. Whatever I told you, it is as it is. Now run this program. Now you can see it will display the number of lowercase vowel, number of uppercase vowel, number of lowercase constant, and number of uppercase constant. Here I am reading the file, that is stu.txt. So what stu.txt contain? Let's check. Now here is the student here. This is the stu.txt. Now you can see there are very few number of uppercase constant like H, but there is no uppercase vowel. If you research, there is no uppercase vowel, so that's why it is here it is displaying 0. So this is all about how to create a program to count number of vowel and constant in upper and lower case from a file. So thank you. This is all about this program.